Today on the Tiger Lacrosse Report, we'll preview the Tigers' game against the Hofstra Pride. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Lacrosse Report starts right now. Hello again, fans, and welcome back to the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. Towson back at home after a weekend-long road trip to take on the Hofstra Pride. As always, I'm joined by head coach Sonia LaMonica. And coach, game against the Hofstra Pride this Friday at 6. But first, it'll also be your recognition of the One Love Foundation, which is you've been involved with for a couple of years now in memory of Yardley Love. And just talk a little about that foundation.
Yeah, we've just dedicated, a game which we've done over the years, one game in each season, to continue to bring awareness to, relationship violence, which is such a critical cause. So it's just really great for us to, I think, do our part and to continue to raise that awareness, raise some dollars, and continue to keep her memory alive.
So Tigers welcoming in the Hofstra Pride here inside John Unitas Stadium. Hofstra, a team that they kind of got one girl and she makes it go, Alyssa Perella. She's 65 points on the year, 20 assists. Nobody even has double-digit assists after her.
Yeah.
She's really another kind of, I've said this before, you cut the head off the snake, the body might die sort of thing. Is that how you approach them?
Yeah, I mean, I think Hofstra have some other players that we'll need to be ready for. I mean, they're definitely, they're a tough team and they play us well, Yeah, I mean, Alyssa is an outstanding player. She's certainly dynamic in how she's a threat, both with the ball as a feeder and, across the field. So she has a huge impact for them, and it's going to be critical for us to make sure that we limit her opportunities to come away with a win.
You said, you mentioned Hofstra always plays you guys tough. This has kind of turned into a rivalry for you guys. Everyone always talks about JMU and Delaware, but Hofstra's, it's just become you have so many players from New York and they want to play the other New York
that's part of it,
school?
I think. That's part of it, and a number of these players, they know each other from high school and club teams. So you see that with our local teams here with Loyola and Hopkins. It's a similar rivalry, not just because we're local, even though there's a good distance. I think that's a big part of it. And, we play a similar style, just hard-nosed, tough lacrosse. So I think, that's where you see sort of, two teams coming out to battle hard.
Draw control's still an issue for you. They have a handful of players that are really up there in terms of draw control numbers. Have you just at this point said, we're not having a great year draw control rise and we've learned to live with it, or are you still trying to find that fix to make it so you can get on top of it?
We're working through it. It's going to be important that we pick that up. I think we're moving in the right direction. I think we've seen some outstanding draw specialists as well. But I think Natalie, she definitely has a knack, and I think a lot of it is just confidence based at times. And as well as, now with the rule this year is a little different to past years, so it really comes down to that 3v3. Whereas in past years, you're getting the line play breaking in, and it's even more of a 50-50 play. So it really has become a little more specialized, which has been interesting. And I think, we have faith in our crew, and we've, kind of as we've gone through games, modified a little bit, bringing, Liv up to the circle, and even Sammy. They're just great 50-50 players that find the loose balls, great on ground balls. But, Emily's been great in that facet as well, and she has, great range and reach. So, I think it's not just about the draw specialist, it's about the individuals around and finding a way to just, it's a mentality too, when you get up on the line, and a mentality to just, this draw is going to be ours. So, I think, again, we're moving in the right direction. I think we won the draw games marginally against William and Mary, and that player was strong too on getting the ball out to her offensive circle wing play. So, onward and upward, we'll be fine.
A freshman who has really taken off this year, and everyone's getting to know her around Towson, Caitlin Thornton. What was it about her? I mean, she had huge shoes to fill. She was replacing Sam Brookhart. day one, she came in and there was no doubt that this girl could play at this level.
Yeah.
How has that maturation process been from day one, getting her here on campus, and then until now? And she's putting up pretty respectable numbers.
Yeah, I think part of it is we have a great culture on our team where, the freshmen are supported. They're taken under the wings of the upperclassmen, which isn't always the case, but that's something that, is important to me as the leader of this program, that, we are helping our young players to step in and to play to their potential as early as possible, because at the end of the day, individual stats are not what's important. What's important is that, we're doing it as a team and we are the best that we can be. So I think our upperclassmen, our leaders, they understand that. And it's really great to see, sometimes when we're out and about, just the connections where you have an older player and a younger player, bonding and hanging out and buddy, hanging out and getting lunch together. Those things make a big difference. So I think those are the things that help players like Caitlin to perform their best when they step out in the field and not be intimidated. Right. They need to just bring their hard-nosed game and to play to their potential from day one. And Caitlin, she did that, and I think that's a bit of a credit to her teammates in helping her to be herself and do what she can do.
Reserve-wise, on the bench, you have Chaley Love, who's really starting to get comfortable out there, and she's scoring a lot. You got Gabby Cha back last weekend, and she's somebody we know she can really snipe the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Jenna Kerr as well, and we've seen Mona pick it up too as well in recent games.
Yeah.
You have that firepower there, and does that help the starters knowing that they can take a breather and you don't really lose anything putting Jenna or Gabby or Chaley out there, and that they can come and fill right in? What do those three or those four mean to this team that they can just fill in at a moment's notice? Yeah, well, Gabby is part of that offensive unit. Chaley helped fill that role when she was out briefly, and now they're really sharing that load a little bit through their off-ball play specifically. And yeah, they're doing an outstanding job. And then some of those reserves, as you mentioned, with Jenna and Abby. I think too, a part of it is it keeps our offense on their toes, that we've got plenty of players, waiting on the side there that are just so hungry and eager for an opportunity, that, they've got to be ready to execute. So I think it keeps the competition strong, but it also is great. I love nothing more than when those reserves are in and our sideline is just so loud and cheering them on. I mean, that's really special, and that says something about this group and how together they are as a team. All right. The Tigers and Pride take to the field at Johnny Unitas Stadium at 6 o'clock. If you can't make it out to the U, I'll have the call on TowsonTigers.com starting at 5:45. We hope to see you at Johnny Unitas Stadium to support the One Love Foundation and as well as the Towson Tigers. Coach, thanks for joining us, and good luck this weekend. Thanks, Ben. And thank you, fans, for joining us. As always, for head coach Sonia LaMonica, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.